Hey, what's up, everybody? I hope you guys are doing well. Hey, Simply She community. I have a very special guest with me today. I have Jessika Fielder. She is one of the speakers in the Brand Builder Blueprint Summit taking place in just a few days, October the 6th and the 7th. The 6th is going to be the virtual portion of the event, the 7th is the in person portion right here in Lanham, Maryland. So, I wanted to take some time just to introduce you guys to her, and we're going to just kind of talk a little bit about where her topic for the summit is going to be. And we got some other things we're going to talk about as well. But I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Jessika. Jessika, tell the listeners about yourself.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. My name is Jessica. I used to be a teacher. I taught for 5 years. But the last 3 years, I have been a virtual assistant. I kind of wanted just some more freedom, wanted to be my own boss, wanted to be able to just have that flexibility. And I absolutely love what I do. I essentially help entrepreneurs or small businesses grow their business, but I'm not actually going into an office. So I've had clients throughout the US, but essentially I can help with, anything and everything from admin, customer service, social media, but essentially it's just virtually, it's over the phone, over a laptop, or whatever it might be.
Awesome, awesome. So, tell us a little bit about your topic for the summit. How to be a successful VA. What's that all about?
Yeah, so I mean, like I mentioned, I've been doing this for 3 years. So over the past 3 years, I've kind of learned the do's and don'ts of like how to be successful. And I kind of did it. I started all at the beginning of COVID, but I kind of did it. I had a coach, but then after that, I kind of did it on my own. So I feel like there might be people who are interested in being a VA, or maybe they want to hire a VA. And let me help you, or kind of share with you how I did it, my tips and tricks and stuff. So maybe then you can turn around and become a successful VA also.
Awesome, awesome. So, when do you think is the best time for business owners to hire a VA?
I think it comes down to the point, and this is my freebie that I'm giving away at the summit is, when you ask yourself certain questions like, am I overwhelmed with all the tasks that I have? Do I want to have some more freedom? Do I want to maybe have a dinner with my family and not have to worry about work? Or, like you just went on vacation. Like, do I want to be able to go on vacation and not worry about my emails, setting up appointments? So that's kind of where a VA would come in and take over. Kind of gives the kind of gives you the freedom of being able to either focus on more of like what you really want to do, or maybe it means focusing more on your clients and the VA takes care of like some of the stuff in the back end. Or it could just be maybe you're just so overwhelmed with all your emails, like a VA can come in and clean up your inbox, like just whatever it might be, where it's like, okay, I have too much on my plate and I can't do this anymore. That's when you would consider hiring somebody to help you out with that.
Awesome. Yes, I completely understand and definitely have been there in terms of like, oh my gosh, like I have way too many tasks, not going to be able to get it done. And so we don't want to like continuously find ourselves in that place where we just can't, move through the day to day without being bogged down or we're like
Hmm.
too much in our business. And so I think that's definitely it's definitely a win-win to hire a VA when you get to that point in your business. What would you say has been the most difficult part of your entrepreneurship journey?
I would say probably just, I mean, being, and I'm sure you can relate being an entrepreneur yourself, but I think just being an entrepreneur can be very hard. It's not like necessarily all security. Like, you don't have necessarily that guarantee of 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. It could be you have a really great month, and then it could be the next month is a little bit slow. So I think that just having that mind frame of knowing that it's not going to always be, up here high, I am just knowing that you're going to have slow times, you're going to have high times, and being able to adjust to that. versus thinking that, oh, it's a low time, oh, it's because of me or whatever. It just could be various things. Maybe like people don't need your help this month, or their finances, everybody's kind of struggling right now, or it just
Mhm.
could be just the fact of other things going on. It's not like a typical 9 to 5 where you're getting a paycheck every Friday or what that is. So kind of just taking those strides and being like, great, this is a high. Okay, why was it so successful? And then maybe during that low time, you work on maybe, you know, okay, this is what made it successful. So how can I continue to make it successful? Or maybe you take that low time and learn a new skill, or, refresh yourself on your current skills so that when you do get a new client, or they do come back or whatever, you're ready to go.
Yeah. No, that definitely resonates with me because, I think it's all about preparation and how
Yeah.
you prepare for the highs and the lows so that you don't necessarily feel the highs and the lows. You basically are able to navigate that. I guess also could be ebbs and flows
Yeah.
in your business month over month, year over year. And I think planning and budgeting is definitely a huge part of that, but also being able to keep the business going. So like you're like, oh, it's a low, and you like kind of cut back, and then it's a
Yeah.
high you're trying to hire. You don't want to have to do the ups and downs. You want your business to be on even keel, and I
Yeah.
think having someone to help you manage what your day to day looks like, in the form of a virtual assistant will definitely help you be able to do
Yes.
that. You know. So you touched on it a little bit, but let's talk about the bonus that you're giving away in the summit. Like, how is that going to help people that take advantage of it?
So during my presentation, it's kind of geared towards those people who are interested in becoming a virtual assistant. But I also realize that there could be people watching that are kind of like, hey, I'm really struggling. Like, I have a lot going on. So my bonus is, I think it's about, 10 questions or around there, where you can ask yourself, if you are at that point where you need to hire a virtual assistant. So, some of it is, do I want more freedom? If you answer yes, then maybe it's time. If it's, am I feeling like overwhelmed? Okay, then maybe it's time. And those questions can also, someone who's interested in becoming a virtual assistant can also take those questions and kind of adjust it and say, like, okay, so maybe someone is overwhelmed. Okay, that's where I could come in. Or maybe someone wants more time. Okay, that's where I could come in. So
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of that resource to kind of get your brain thinking, like, okay, is it time to become a virtual assistant, or is it time to hire someone to help me in my business?
Right. Absolutely. I think that's going to be a great resource. And if you're attending the summit and you get your VIP ticket, by the way, which I highly recommend, if you're registered for the summit, you upgrade to VIP so that not only can you get a recording of all or replay of all the speakers' presentations, but also take advantage of the bonus material that they have. So Jessika is providing this great resource for you, especially if you are one of those folks who are on the fence, like, do I need a virtual assistant? Oh, I don't know. She has put together a guide that's going to help you be able to determine whether or not you need one, and that way you can move forward in your business more successfully with the help that you need, with the resources that you need. So highly recommend that, guys. There's still time to, number one, get your tickets. Number two, upgrade to VIP. You don't want to miss that. And oh, by the way, we are opening the virtual platform for networking a day early. So October the 5th, you will have an opportunity. If you're already registered, then you should have gotten an email from me with instructions on how to access the virtual platform, get acclimated with it, and attend the virtual networking sessions that are going to happen on October the 5th. And then, of course, you're going to join for the presentations on October the 6th. So, yeah, Jessika, with all that we've been talking about, what advice would you give to new entrepreneurs just starting out?
And I cover this a little bit in my presentation, but one of the main things is just being consistent. Whether you're doing well or not in your business, be consistent. So, like, whether that means like advertising your services on your personal Facebook or your personal social media, networking, if you want to apply to jobs that are being posted, just because, I do talk about the highs and the lows, but just because you're doing really well doesn't mean that you need to kind of quote unquote slack off. Like, be like, okay, cool. Like, I'm doing really well this month, this week, whatever. And then just be like, I'm still going to be out there, because um, the more that you advertise, the more that consistent that you are, the more that you're going to pop up onto other people's pages. And then they may not need you now, but they may, down the road be like, hey, I remember, like, Jessika said that she could help me with this, or, oh, I don't need help, but I know someone who does. So, just being that consistent. And that's also, you might be struggling and you're like, I really don't feel like posting. It's not going to be successful. And all I can tell you is just to keep going, keep trying, keep doing it, because it does eventually, like, it does happen. You just have to be that positive, okay, I want to help people. I want to help their business. So I'm just going to keep going.
Yeah, absolutely. Consistency is key.
Mm-hmm.
Consistency is key. And I think, people trusting people that are consistent, right? Like the
Yeah,
know, like, and trust factor is real. And if you post about your business one day and you disappear for like months at a time,
exactly.
people are going to wonder if you're still in business, going to wonder if you're still doing the same thing. But if you're out there consistently, you give them an opportunity to get to know you over time and eventually take the next step. So
Yes.
that's completely important. Yeah. Okay. So where can people connect with you?
So I'm on social media. I'm on Facebook. I also have a website. And then I also have an email address. So, I mean, you can find, if you just search up, Jessika Fielder on Facebook, or even Instagram, LinkedIn, I'm on all those main platforms. I will provide all my links during the summit. So, you'll have my website, you'll have my email address, you'll have even my calendar link if you want to hop on a call, whether you want to be a virtual assistant or you want to hire one. So those are some great places that you can find me.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Jessica. I appreciate your time.
Thank
And
you.
we're actually going to hop on over to Instagram to give the Simply She Instagram folks a chance to meet you as well. So if you guys want to hop on over there, you'll see us in just a second. But thank you so much. And we'll talk to you guys soon.
Okay. Bye, guys.